Good afternoon, guys. This is Social Fire, and I'm here today with my top recommendations for these 7 free SSRs out of 77. Now, this is currently available on JP for Tenabata. Hopefully, this will be helpful for global players as well, because we should be getting something similar soon. So again, you can obtain these units with wish strips that you get from things like login bonuses, campaign missions, and even Parango wishes. So you get a total of 7, hence these 7 free SSRs. So again, I'm not going over the whole list because there are a ton of great units here. These are just ones that I personally feel could be beneficial or good options. When you are choosing your units though, make sure you're taking into account things like what teams you run most, what units you use more often that you could possibly rainbow here or max out. Like I said, there are a lot of things you want to consider, or even areas that you need to improve on. Like for instance, my fusion team needs a ton of work, so that's something I would consider there. So we'll start off here with Agility Giant Ape Taurus. Personally, one of the better options on the list, in my opinion. I think this is a great choice here. His super attack has a chance to stun enemies, medium chance. Passive, you get +3 ki and attack +90% when ki is 9 or more. And then that chance to turn into a giant ape up to 2 times, that is very helpful. Running units like him or the Agility Tapion, I believe, either of those have saved my butt a number of times when they transform, so that can always be useful there. Plus, you can run him on several categories like Low Class Warrior, Giant Form, again, movie bosses, he's great there, or Pure Saiyans. Next, we'll move on to the Agility Super Saiyan God Goku, or Godku as I like to call him. This is another great option, especially for Realm of Gods or movie heroes, any of his categories he'd do well in. A great linking buddy for Ultra Instinct Goku too. His super attack causes scream damage, but it also raises attack and defense by 30% for 3 turns. And then his passive is attack and defense plus 80% when performing a super attack. So again, several great categories: Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans, movie heroes, and Goku's family. Now, the Agility Super Saiyan God Goku is also a great option as well. I like using both of these, the Strength and the Agility version. I think they're both great units personally. Agility Goku here, Agility Super Saiyan Goku, raises attack and he causes scream damage with his super attack. His passive skill is also attack and defense plus 80% when performing a super attack. And he has several great categories, so you can run on Realm of Gods, Universe Survival Saga, Pure Saiyans, representatives of Universe 7, or Goku's family. So again, either of these are great choices. Both can link up well with Ultra Instinct Goku. Out of the two, I would probably say the Strength version is better, but again, with the Agility version, you also have the additional categories for like representatives of Universe 7. So if that's something you were trying to improve upon, or Universe Survival Saga, he may be a better choice there. Next, we have Agility Bullpen. So honestly, this is a great support unit here. She could be a great choice, especially if you're running like a Fusion or Hybrid Saiyans team, or even the new Youth category. Biggest bonus here with her is her passive skill. She gets +3 ki for all allies when HP is 30% or above. So it's not a hard requirement to meet there. She has some decent links, especially if you're running like a Peppy Gals team or a Youth category team. So her categories, she has Peppy Gals, Fusion, Hybrid Saiyans, or Youth. So any of those, she could be a great addition to. We'll move on to one of my personal favorites here, Tech Tapion. So I'm just going to start off by saying, I'm not saying you should get him. This is just one of my personal favorites. I might be a little biased because he was one of my first SSRs, and I just really like this unit, but I think he can be a bit underrated. He doesn't get as much attention nowadays. He is a good unit though. I mean, his super attack causes supreme damage to an enemy and lowers attack. His passive skill is also pretty nice here. It's attack and defense plus 80% at the start of the turn, and he has a medium chance to perform a critical hit. So that medium chance to perform a critical hit, keep in mind that if you spec into criticals with hidden potential, that does activate separately, so he would have even more chance to perform a critical there, and I've gotten some pretty nice damage out of him before. He can also convert Strength Ki orbs to Rainbow Ki spheres, which is pretty nice. And then he has categories like Resurrected Warriors, Time Travelers, Movie Heroes, or Siblings Bond. So again, he could be a great option for if you're running things like Resurrected Warriors or Movie Heroes, any of those, he would be a good choice. Next option here, I would say Physical Super Saiyan Bardock. Great unit. Physical Super Saiyan Bardock is a great support unit for teams like Resurrected Warriors or Pure Saiyans, or even the newer Super Saiyan category. His super attack can seal super attacks for the enemy, which is also nice, and then his passive is +2 ki and attack +20% for all allies as long as HP is 30% or above, so again, not a hard requirement to meet there. And then his categories, you can run him on anything like Resurrected Warriors, Pure Saiyans, Time Travelers, Goku's family, Super Saiyan. He has a lot of good options. Next, we'll talk about Tech Super Saiyan Bardock. Also a great option here. Tech Super Saiyan Bardock, biggest thing here is he can convert Strength Ki to Tech. So his passive, again, he changes Strength Ki spheres to Tech Ki spheres, and he gets attack +40%. And then his super attack causes supreme damage and also seals super attacks. So another nice feature there. And then categories, he also has a lot of good options. Resurrected Warriors, Pure Saiyans, Time Travelers, Goku's family, or Super Saiyan. Alright, another, I would say slightly underrated unit here. I actually really like Strength Topo. This guy is pretty good. I did a showcase on him a while back, and he's not going to bring a ton of damage to the table, but he is an awesome support unit, especially if you're running Realm of Gods or Universe Survival Saga teams, especially considering those are his only two categories. If you're running either of those, this is definitely a good unit to consider. He'll link up well with Jiren. Not quite as well since he got his Dokkan Awakening, but he really doesn't matter because his passive skill is great here. It gives all allies attack and defense +35%, and all enemies' defense is reduced by 50%. So he can really allow units again like Jiren or Ultra Instinct Goku to create a lot of damage there. Plus, his super attack not only causes supreme damage, but also raises allies' attack by an additional 25% for one turn. So again, if you're running either Universe Survival Saga or Realm of Gods, definitely keep Topo in mind. Alright, we'll move on to Agility Golden Frieza here. Great option, and he's also one of the better tanks in the game. So categories, he has Resurrected Warriors, Movie Bosses, Full Power, Transformation Boost, and Wicked Bloodline. Wicked Bloodline has been getting quite a few new units lately. So any of those, he is a great option to bring along. He's going to link up well with the other Frieza units. And then his passive skill is damage reduced, or damage is received at -90% when HP is 50% or above. So again, awesome tank there and great for any of his categories. Next up we have Physical Pawn. So she is a great one to consider if you're building teams like Shadow Dragon Saga or Youth category, or even Hybrid Saiyans. Some of those can be harder to really build up, so she would be a great addition there. And she is a good support unit. So her passive is attack and defense +30%. This is for all allies as long as HP is 30% or above. So again, not a hard requirement to meet there. And then her super attack also gives attack +25% for all allies for one turn. So again, all of her categories include Hybrid Saiyans, Shadow Dragon Saga, Goku's family, or Youth. Next we have Giant Ape Taurus. So this is the Agility Tor unit here, who may also get overlooked occasionally on this list, but he's actually a decent support unit, especially if you're running like a giant form team. So his super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy and lowers attack. But his passive skill is all allies ki +3 and attack +30%. He also recovers 6% HP, and this is up to 18% per every giant form ally on the team. And he does that at the start of the turn, and then he has a chance to turn into a Giant Ape as well. So his passive is actually pretty decent here, giving attack and ki boosts, potential to recover HP on a giant form team, and then also turning into Giant Ape. Like I said, that can save your butt at times. Especially because the giant category now has that boost where they can do additionals and criticals, things like that. Another big plus there. Then his categories include Low Class Warrior, Giant Form, and Pure Saiyans. And we'll take a look here also at Whirus. This is one that you may have seen pop up on the banners. So I've actually seen him pretty frequently. So you may or may not want to pick him here because he does tend to pop up on some of the newer banners a lot. But also a great choice here, his super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. And then his passive skill domination changes tech and intellect key spheres to physical key spheres. Also attack and defense are an additional 50%. So if you find that you need additional key spheres, he would be a great one to bring along. And he's also a good addition to either Fusion or Realm of Gods. So if you're still building like your Fusion team, for instance, you may want to look into Weirs. Now, lastly here, we're going to take a look at all of the EZA units. I'm not going to go over all their stats. I'm just going to list off all units on this list that already have EZAs. So these can easily be looked up online, but definitely any of these are going to be really good with their EZAs once completed. So let's start off with Tech Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. He's a great tank, great support unit for Vegeta's family. Agility Kid Buu. You have Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Physical Trunks. So either of these Gauntlet Gun units are great support, and they're great for Vegeta's family team. Trunks, he has a decent support or passive with attack and defense plus 30% to all allies. Plus his super attack raises attack by 20%. Intellect Perfect Cell also has an EZA. Strength Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The Physical and Agility Ultimate Gohans both have an EZA. Any of the family Kamehameha units, all are great options. So you have, I believe it's Strength Goku and Goten, and then it's Agility Gohan. That's what it was. But any of those are great choices too. Now, lastly here, so there are 7 units that could possibly be getting an EZA on the current Twitter campaign. So these are also a few to keep in mind as well if you already have them. Or if you don't, you may want to get a copy, because I imagine with an EZA, they're going to be pretty good because the last several units to get an EZA have been very impressive. So the 7 units that could possibly get an EZA with the current Twitter campaign include Intellect Metacooler. We had Intellect Android 13, Physical Super Saiyan Goku, Strength Evil Buu, Tech Nova Shenron, Physical Super Saiyan Goku, and Agility Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So again, those last 7 are units that could possibly be getting an EZA coming up with the Twitter campaign. So there's still something to keep in mind with your choices. So again, I just wanted to briefly go over those. I didn't want to make this video too long, but hopefully this will help you somewhat. And you can let me know in the comments which ones you were thinking about choosing as well. So we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for watching again. I'll be back with more videos later on. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.